going on, dudes and dudettes? Yes, different place I'm usually doing for my videos, but got a lot of news. Finally picked up a lot of stuff, so get into it real quick. So yes, the Lakers did end up getting routed by the Portland Trailblazers. Congrats to Gary Trent Jr., ex-Duke player, shooting guard. Congrats to his team for beating us pretty badly, but it was kind of funny that the Lakers were kind of giving excuses, saying that the last game the night before, the double overtime win against Cleveland, was sort of the reason, and it kind of really didn't make sense just because Portland played after that game, so they were considered the least rested apparently. And also the real reason why the Lakers lost, because they never had that 3-game extra schedule before Vegas in Sacramento, and I'm pretty sure that's the main reason why their legs were all shot and they weren't able to really finish as they wanted to. So it's just kind of obvious that if they didn't have that, they probably would have won. But congrats to Gary Trent once again, definitely showing why he should have been picked by the Lakers, but we'll see how that goes. And then they're also mentioning that the death lineup, the Lakers version, with LeBron at center, which is pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever seen him. Maybe he did that once in Miami just because of how good their team was, but I mean, imagine him with Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, and Brandon Ingram. Just that 5-guy lineup would be pretty amazing. Obviously, you could add in a few more guys, and especially if you waited, kind of like how they did with Kawhi Leonard. He did get traded to Toronto for DeMar DeRozan, an ex-USC guy, so he's with San Antonio. Good luck to him. But, you know, I think it is smart that they are waiting for him just because there is a high probability that he will come to the Lakers next year. All LeBron has to do is just call him up and say, hey, let's just win this championship and, you know, beat up on these guys, and I'm sure he'll come. But, you know, they can wait a year. I just hope they don't get, you know, fidgety and want to pick him up towards the All-Star break and, you know, make a crazy move for him and, you know, lose a lot of these young players that we have, when we could really get all of those guys, keep all those guys, and still have Kawhi Leonard on our team as well for next year. It'd be pretty awesome. So hopefully that continues, and let's keep this going. And it's pretty interesting that they put out there that Ben Simmons can probably push his way to the Lakers. I think it's more of like him just deciding to go there when his contract's up. He probably won't sign the extension or get a bigger contract for them just because he really wanted to play for the Lakers, and now that LeBron will be there within the next 2 years when his contract is up, then he might as well just go there. You know, he is dating a Jenner, so be a lot less traveling for the both of them, so might as well just do it. Ben Simmons, you know, learn from the great LeBron so he could pass it on to you, and then we don't have to worry about having a superstar in LA for the next 10 years after that. And then also, you know, what's his name? Stephen Carr made it to the Doak Walker award list, another award list he got on, which is given to the best running back in the nation. So it's just obvious that they're looking for him to have a really big year, which is pretty awesome to see. Glad that he's getting a lot of the recognition. And then they're saying that with Lonzo Ball's successful surgery he had on his knee, that he will be officially ready to go when the fall camp starts in about a month or so. So that's good. Definitely it'll be a lot easier to trade him once you have that. So hopefully that continues and we get some good news when we finally trade him. Let's see, get into the light. And yes, I did put up the scores of what the Lakers did against the Golden State Warriors last year, just because everybody keeps saying, oh yeah, they don't have enough to compete. But I mean, if you look at those scores, I remember those games, especially those first two. I mean, they took them to overtime. They could have basically won both games, but of course their youth and inexperience didn't allow them to. And since they have most of all the same players back, especially with their young core that, you know, played really well, I can't see why adding LeBron won't help them be able to either win like half of those games or get over the hump and maybe win most of those, because even those games that they lost, it wasn't even by more than 10 points, you know. So they're definitely competitive, and hopefully that can continue for them. And then also at the Espys what's his name? JT Daniels finally got his official Gatorade Player of the Year, which is pretty cool. Glad he's on USC side, and hopefully that's more continued success for him and the USC family. Woo! And yes, Bryan Addison, he was a athlete, so he was more like playing safety and wide receiver, a guy that I wanted USC to pick up last year, but he did sign early with UCLA, but something happened where they weren't allowing him to sign up really quick or enroll, and some weird thing happened like that. So he asked for a full release, and they gave it to him on Monday. So now he is kind of looking at his options because he basically has only a week to choose. So obviously USC is still back on that list, but for some reason he's really trying to get it, an official visit maybe this weekend to Oregon. And I don't know, there's something happening up in Oregon where they're selling them something or doing something for them, where a lot of these, you know, talented SoCal guys are going up there all of a sudden. So we gotta look out for that. But yeah, he might, if he gets that, he might go there. But he's looking to get a lot of playing time really early. But at those positions, I don't think USC really has a lot of playing time, especially at safety. And then wide receiver, yes, we have the enigma that is Joseph Lewis, who did get kicked off the team, but that's just one guy, and I'm kind of hoping to get some other better players that are coming in for next season and the 2019 season that are really good, like a Kyle Ford, you know, one of those guys, Joe Nada. So, I mean, good luck to him, and if it happens, hopefully he does play well for USC, but we'll see how this goes. Should be interesting. And then the Lakers, they officially signed Joel Berry, the undrafted point guard at a UNC, and then Jeffrey Carroll, I believe he's a small forward, at either Oklahoma State or I think it's Oklahoma State. And then they did waive Malik Newman, so he's not on the team anymore. It's kind of surprising because he was the only one name that you saw a lot more that they were going to keep and use a lot because of that two-way contract, but for some reason they decided to let him go. And Carroll got some more playing time, and he was pretty good. I didn't hear anything from Berry, so that's why I think it's kind of surprising they kept him over Malik Newman. But he is gone now, so they have 19 spots. They have one more spot to sign some guy if they wanted to, whether it's for G League or maybe someone good enough to play on the team and compete, but you never know. We'll see how this goes. Should be interesting. A lot of moving parts for the LA Lakers. Yes, they're wondering about the top 3 pick, Jahlil Okafor, the latest Duke guy to win a championship, to see if he still has anything still available left and if he can save his NBA career. I think he can. It's just kind of surprising. Just a few weeks ago, there was a video released of him working on his shot and being able to make more jump shots, but you think he would have had that more down a few years ago and within his first 2 years, but for some reason it's taking him this long. Like, I think it's his 4th year in the NBA. But that alone will be able to allow him to be on an NBA team just because of his size and, you know, his offensive IQ. It's just, you know, it's lacking defense and athleticism at times. You can take him off the court, but he's still a good enough player to have on your team. And then the Chargers, they say, or they're not interested in Antonio Gates. I can only think the only reason why they're not, just because they do need a tight end supposedly, but I think they're confident in Ben Johnson, the rookie tight end out of Kansas, and then Dylan Cantrell as well, who is a wide receiver from Texas Tech that they drafted, but he is a bigger bodied guy, so I'm assuming they're going to go through those guys, and if anything happens to those guys, or the guys starting for the Chargers right now that they signed, then they'll definitely have to look to get somebody, whether it's Gates or not, but they'll definitely have to be in the market for a tight end. So the Ducks re-signed Kale Casilla, they also signed Kevin Roy and Andy Welenitsky. Don't really know their positions, but hopefully they can contribute to the team, and hopefully we get out of this playoff drought. And then also just a little bit of quick movie news the other week that they did mention that Zombieland 2 was going to happen, one of my favorite movies. I did like the first one a lot, and I'm really more surprised that they're actually going to bring the main 4 casts from that movie, even though they've all done a lot like bigger movies since then, and even Academy Award nominations since then. But I'm just glad they're all going to come back. Hopefully it's a good enough story. Maybe they'll bring back Bill Murray, which would be pretty cool. He was pretty funny in that first one. But thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Sorry about this lighting. Of course, it gets dark here really quick on the West Coast. But like I said, thanks for watching. Had a little bit of a corona brush fire, but it looks pretty contained. So congratulations to all the firefighters here in Riverside County and part of LA County as well. I'm sure they helped out. Thank you very much, because pretty close, about 15 miles away from my house, but good thing they got it under control, and I'm very thankful for that. Like I said, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your night.